A lot of schools off today. I don't think the Valley schools are off, and I think Whitesboro is going to school today. Most of the other schools have the day off because they haven't used the snow days. So a lot of schools taking Utica's off today, right? Yeah. Okay, so what did you do on Easter Sunday? Did you do an egg hunt or anything like that? The Pez Company tried to hold a free Easter egg hunt for kids on Saturday. Does Pez do it's Paz that does the Easter egg coloring, right?
Right. Paz
You can't even find those, the old boxes that you used to get. You can?
Yeah.
I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked all over. Of course, I was looking on Saturday. Probably had something to do with it. But they had this newfangled thing, though, that you could buy that's in a box form, and it was Paz, and it was the same thing, but it was in a box. It came with little cups. You didn't have to measure. It was all right there. But the flat boxes are still out there?
Mm-hmm.
Never. Couldn't find them anywhere. Grocery store was all sold out. But the Pez Company, and Pez does the little
kind of like bobbleheads for candy.
Yeah. Anyway, they tried to hold an Easter egg hunt on Saturday at their visitor center. This is in Connecticut. But a bunch of parents rushed the field and stole all the candy before it started. Some witnesses said that adults actually trampled kids and stole candy out of their boxes. Not do anything anymore.
Oh, my gosh.
And how about the woman who's kind of going down the road of, I might have to sue. You know, my kid didn't get taken care of. But these, it's crazy. And Bernie Sanders is very excited over the fact that he won a couple of primaries. Not many delegates, but won a couple of primaries over the weekend. And he was giving a speech in Portland on Friday, and a bird came down and landed on his podium. I mean, it's like a message from God here.
Apparently.
Just inches away from his hand, it started the hashtag Bernie Sanders trending online. Here is a little audio from that. I had Omarosa, the woman from The Apprentice, on his show on Friday, and he was asking her questions about Donald Trump's tweet about Ted Cruz's wife. She tried to dodge the question, so when she wouldn't answer any questions, he just shut her down. Here's the audio from on a few interviews where he tells him to cut the mic, and he does.
I don't, if that happens once in a while, that's one thing, but that's now become his technique.
It has become his technique.
Say what I want you to say, otherwise I'm going to turn your mic off. I'm going to turn your mic off.
The third time that I know. She is a horrible, at the very least, maybe Christine is right, where, in real life, she's really nice. She is a horrible person to deal with, a horrible person to interview. I get sick to my stomach every time I watch her doing an interview.
She was, that was like one of the earliest seasons of The Apprentice, if not the first one, right? I couldn't stand her.
Yeah, it was one of the.
Show.
Oh, she was the.
So
every show needs
to give her fairness.
A villain, right? And she was like the best villain ever, I guess. And then it's her I can't stand to watch when they get like, what do I want to see? Why do I want to hear what she has to say about politics? And the other one is Clay Aiken, the former American Idol that's actually ran for office. So now, because he ran for office, we care about what he has to say about politics. They bring him on the panel, and they all talk to him. I can't even stand that. Let's see what else. I had an interesting story, too, I'm not sure where this happened, but I think it was here in New York. A mail carrier arrested earlier in the month in the middle of his route because he yelled at a car full of plainclothes cops. Did you see this? This is an unbelievable story. Apparently, the cops drove by, and they almost hit his truck. And he yelled at them. So they came, and they took him down, and they arrested him.
Why?
Because he yelled at them.
This was all caught on video?
Yeah, and there's going to be trouble over this.
Well, there should be.
As there should be.
Yeah.
Here is some audio. I had to bleep some stuff out. So
what?
Again, I guess for being impolite or yelling or what? I don't understand how this can still, after everything that's gone on in the last 2 years, how can something like this still happen today?
I say this half jokingly, but you would imagine that in some cases when this is bubbling up, someone says, listen, you don't want CNN here, do you? I mean, I just can't believe this stuff still happens. And what was he charged with? I'm dying to know what he's charged with.
I forgot what the charge was. I have to look the full story up. But it has become it's gotten to the point where with some of these, and it's a small percentage, right, of officers that would do something like this.
Correct.
That impoliteness has become against the law. If you look the wrong way, say the wrong thing, if you're impolite, the guy's doing his job, and he's just like, hey, you almost hit my car. How about watching out? Or maybe he was vulgar about it. I don't know, but that's not against the law, is it? No. They had to release him, by the way. It's just ridiculous. I'll get more on that story coming up. Next hour, where are we on the Boilermaker registration? We'll get to that. And also, our favorite professor, Alan Sachs, is on talking about the race and what's been going on in Belgium with the bombings and with ISIS. How does that affect the political campaign for president? It actually probably does. Pretty much. We'll get to that coming up next hour. Also, we'll do a free money question of the day. Your chance to win $100, $200, or $300 in cash from the Hobeika Law Firm. We'll get in on that coming up in a second. We have a wind advisory in effect for today, starting at 2 o'clock this afternoon and going through the next 24 hours into tomorrow. Winds are going to get up there pretty strong starting this afternoon. Rain, though, today with a high of 53 currently. It's 46 at WIBX.